You know, when they say that crazy things are happening, when Thames said that, honestly, I didn't expect that it is this crazy thing that just happened that will happen. And if somebody ever told me that I'm going to tell this story, or I'm going to bring to your information this particular incident, I would have asked them to go dream again, because this is just, let me tell you the story. Welcome to this channel, guys, and in this video I want to tell you about a very mysterious situation that happened within us very recently. If these were the days of the old, label rune, that kind of situation, this is one of the stories that will give you the chill just before you go to sleep. You know those stories they tell on radio stations between 10 to 12 a.m. This is one of such stories that will have you praying fervently before you go to sleep. Don't be weirded out. I promise you are going to enjoy this. So just sit back, relax, and watch this video. A certain 28-year-old woman have given birth to a goat. I kid you not. See that? She gave birth to a kid. And I'm telling you, I kid you not. But really though, she did give birth to a kid. The baby of a goat is called a kid. So basically, a live breathing one, black and white goat. I mean, it's very detailed, and I'm going to give you all the details. So this woman already has, her name is Sifa. This is real life story. Her name is Sifa. She already had 6 children, and she's married. She has a husband. She lives in a rural town, and she's basically a farmer, the farm for survival. So she already has 6 children, and she was pregnant for the 7th time. And since she's not new to the whole pregnancy, motherhood situation, she wasn't really keen on hospital visits. But when she did go to the hospital, though, after ultrasounds and etc., they told her that she would need to consent to a cesarean section, because the baby was a little bit breached in her tummy. They couldn't really place the position of the child, you understand? And she said fine, whenever she's contracting or she feels she's going into labor, she's going to come to the clinic and they're definitely going to operate her and get the baby out of her. So it was all well. But the first 9th month went, 10th month, 11th month, 12th month. Serious, she was pregnant for 12 months. So on the 12th month, on the 26th of July, to be very precise, a very terrible rain fell, very thunderous one that really could not be explained. And she said that as the rain was subsiding, the downpour, was going down, she started to feel such serious pains within her that she knew she was going into labor. But because, like I mentioned, she's not new to this, she just told her first child to try call neighbors for her so they will assist her with giving birth to the child. She didn't want to go for the operation. But another neighbor now ran to the clinic to try and get the doctor to say that, oh, something is up with this woman. We think she's about to deliver a baby. But before the doctor would even get there, before anything, goats came out of this woman. Yeah, I'm serious. She gave birth to a goat live. She said in her own words, he looked at me. The eyes were opened. Imagine giving birth to a goat with the eyes wide open, looking at you, breathing out of you. Bizarre. But it happened, guys. It really did happen. So I don't know why it sounds to me like I'm trying to convince you that it happened. But maybe I'm trying to it's because I'm trying to wrap my own head around it. Like it did really happen. That's why it sounds like I'm trying to convince, but it really happened. So she gave birth to that goat, a kid, and the doctor, the doctor was already being called. So the doctor went there. When the doctor got there, the doctor also confirmed that this is a goat. There is no two way about it. This is a goat that she delivered. Now the question is how and why. Medically speaking, according to the doctor on her case, there is no indication in her system that something is wrong, because when they tested her after the birth, I'm going to come back to what happened after the birth. When they tested her after the birth, they realized that she basically had just an infection, maybe from the fact that the goat was growing inside her. I don't know. She had an infection, and that was cured with antibiotics, and then she had to go for psychological evaluation, because that's quite traumatic. Even telling this story, I feel like I would need to speak to somebody after to say something just happened right now. But yeah, she had to go for psychological evaluation, and when they realized that okay, all was beginning to be well with her, they had to send her back home. Meanwhile, she had to be sent to her mother's house because her husband for whom she already has 6 children, decided that he does not want to be with somebody who would give birth to a live goat, because everybody in the village witnessed it. About 2,000 persons live in that village. The village is located in the northern part of Congo, and all the 2,000 of them that live in that village did see the situation happen. So the husband was not around when she went into labor. The man came because he had to go call him at work, and he was a farmer, and he had to go call him, and then he came home, and when he saw that indeed his wife had given birth to a goat, everybody was beginning to, you know, withdraw from her. Nobody wanted to be near her, including her husband, because he said, I can't be with somebody who will give birth to a goat. I don't understand what is wrong, but I really don't want to do this at this moment. So she had to leave her husband, and nobody in the neighborhood, like I mentioned, would relate with her. So her mother had to come and take her to her own house. So the mother, the goat mom, and the 6 children all live together in a hut with their grandmother. You understand that now? So that's where the situation is. Now, if you're asking, what about the goats? That's a very valid question. Now, recall that the goat was alive. It wasn't a dead goat. The goat was alive, and so it tried to stand up. It really did try to stand up, because, you know, when animal give birth, it's not so hard for them to start living. They just, you know, stand up, go suckle their mother. Even the mothers, you know, just stand up almost immediately, and they are fine. And then they give the kid, they give their younger one breast to suck if they are mammals, and that's it. They are fine. So the kid wanted to, you know, get up, but he couldn't find the strength to get up to, you know, go suck off. Where would it even suckle? It couldn't. So about 30 minutes after, he died, because, you know, it wasn't given what was necessary for even a newborn child. After a few minutes after being washed, they give to the mother to breastfeed, but that could not happen to the goat. So the goat died, and the villagers took the goat to one of their forests, one of the bushes, and they buried the goat there. It was after the burial of the goat that they started to avoid this woman, which then made her mother come pick her to say, babe, still, I'm your mother. Regardless of whatever mysterious situation has happened to you, I'm going to be with you. Now, the woman is still very much alive. She's still living. This is September, yeah? She's still living. This is October, actually. She's living, she's breathing, she's fine. Nothing is wrong with her, aside from the infection that has been cured. Psychologically, it says that she's okay. Nothing is wrong. So they asked her, madam, what happened? Everything I'm narrating to you is a documentary, something that really did happen. So they had to ask her, what happened? Did you sleep with a goat? Because that's like the next point of question, because according to the doctor on the case, he said if she had sexual relations with a goat, if she had sexual intercourse with a goat, there's a probability that she would actually deliver a goat. But it's like, maybe she would have delivered half human, half goat, because of DNA situations, because there is no way a goat, I don't know if there's a science to that, but in my own layman understanding, there is no way a goat and a human have sexual intercourse, and only the DNA of the goats will be able to have a kid. I feel like it's going to be half human, half goat, which is what the doctor too kind of said. But like, it will be understandable if she had sexual intercourse with a goat and we saw goats. But she insisted that she wants to cheat on her husband. No other thing to cheat on her husband with other than a goat. Is she into bestiality? Is that what is happening? So she insisted that she didn't sleep with a goat. She has no understanding how that happened. She was pregnant for about 12 months. A mysterious rain fell, very thunderous one. The downpour was heavy, and she went into labor. She gave birth to a goat, and that is all that she knows about the story. But it's just sad, because for her, life cannot return to what it used to be, because it is even said that her oldest child, she has 6, so of course the firstborn is a little bit more matured, asked her over and over again to say, mommy, what is happening with you? What happened to you? And she was all in tears, unable to explain to her daughter what her body had just gone through. So I feel like everybody in that family had to get psychological evaluation, because everybody witnessed the situation. Remember, she gave birth at home. The kid was beside her The woman was here, the kid was put beside her to lay beside her. It was really weird to see, but yeah, it really did happen, and that is the situation we have on ground. I don't know what has become of the husband, because since then the husband has not bothered to set his eye on the woman or any of the other children she has born for him. Remember, the ghost is not even alive anymore, and she's fine. She's not had any, post-traumatic situation, post-birth. She's been good. I wonder though, what happened to her breast milk? Because definitely mammary gland should be enlarged because she was pregnant. How did that go? We were not told what happened in that period, but that interests me. I want to find out. But if you have any understanding, or if this hits home to you, if you've seen something similar before, because we've heard stories like this, we've never really seen one happen, in our faces, but this did happen. So if you have any similar story, if this hits close to home, if you can tell it in the comment section, that would be really appreciated. Let's make it interactive. And if you have an explanation for everything and anything that happened to to Miss Sifa, 28-year-old Sifa, you can also let me know in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video and following me on this journey. I will be seeing you in the next one. Until then, subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share with everyone around you. Let them also know that mysterious things, crazy things indeed are happening. I'll see you in the next video, guys.